Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Gina once again. Today I am doing Icad number 28 to 33. I am moving slowly through the days. I know it's almost the end of July, which is almost the end of Icad, but I'm still pressing on and pressing through because I actually am enjoying it in spite of everything that's happening in my life. It's busy, it's hectic, it's kind of crazy, but this is actually helping me to be sane. What I'm going through is a little pad here that my daughter had written and drawn in and scribbled in when she was a lot younger. So I actually found it recently and I thought how cute and how awesome it would be if I could use it. So she has some really funny looking people that she used to draw. And I just thought it would be really cool to have those kinds of marks um in my iCads today, in memory of her babiness and her silliness and her learning to draw people and just being crazy on a page, which is her scribbling. So it's nice to have a piece of her in my pieces. That was really cool, wasn't it? But yeah, needless to say, I actually will most likely, depending on how things go, but they actually might end up as a gift to somebody. So even though but it just means that it means more. So yeah, but I just thought it was really cool and I thought I would start off with some collage today. So these cards are, some of them are the white ones. I did border some of them, as you see, and the others I just left. I just think it's kind of cool to start off to do it differently, even though I like the bordered. So with this, I decided I would try the stick the paper on the book page and rip technique, and I found it was when it worked I was like, oh my gosh, it works. So I was really excited and I did a couple and I thought, okay, I'm definitely going to use these for sure because they look really cool. The only thing I don't like is the shininess of the tape, but it's really cool. And then the page itself after was really cool. It felt, I mean, well, it's an old book page, but it felt so fluffy and nice, and it was just, you have like a ghost of the previous print. It's really cool. So yes, these cards had excess paint on it. What I did was, when I was cleaning off my little block that I paint on, I just put the excess paint on these cards, and I thought it would be cool to start the card with some excess paint on because these days I've been doing it blank. And again, I'm using my brayer to apply the paint because I really am enjoying the effect that it has. So for now, I mean, I don't know when I'm going to stop, but for now, I'm going to be brayering my paint on. I just really love how it looks. And then using it feels nice too, to be honest. So my colors today are orange and blue. I'm trying my best still to keep it simple. And part of that is keeping my colors down. Another part of it is keeping my tools limited. So yes, I'm using my paintbrush, my fingers, and the brayer. And I'm trying to keep my lines in from my daughter's artwork, quote unquote. But yeah, I'm trying to work around it to keep the lines in because I still want to see it, peeking through in some way. And yeah, I think that would be really cool because a lot of the times, my first layers are covered up and I don't really see it and I forget what it was, which is fine. But this time I actually want to see it and I want to remember because it's from her. So I'm using a piece of charcoal here to just add some marks. And the marks that I'm adding, some of it is new, but a lot of it is me just continuing the marks that she would have made with the pencil. I'm just trying to bring it out some more and continue it and give it another layer over the top, similar to what was below. I don't know if that makes sense. And now I'm trying to push some of this blue back because it is very intense and it just feels like it's resting on top. So I'm trying to push those marks to the background but still have them visible to help it tie in and make it feel like one instead of, okay, we put this mark, it's just resting on top. I wanted it to kind of blend in other words. So I'm going to do that below, I think. Yes, yes. I'm going to do it below as well because I just found that it was too in my face. It was just like, blah. So I'm pushing everything back. And actually here I thought that I did too much and I pushed it back way too much, but it's fine. Again, I'm going to do my leaf stencils because I love leaves generally, but I was still feeling like I didn't do, like the last set of leaves that I didn't do what I was supposed to, or I didn't complete it. It didn't feel complete, I guess is the word. So today I'm doing more leaves, but I'm doing it a little differently, and I really actually enjoyed this set very, very much. I love the marks. I love how the leaves came out. This one in the middle though, I don't know. I would love for your opinions and your thoughts on this one that I'm working on now. I don't know why it gave me so much trouble. I don't know why, it was so complicated for me. So I started off with this green, which I felt at the time was really nice. And it is a really lovely green. I like it a lot. It's very realistic in terms of plants, in my opinion. And then when I moved the stencil, I was like, ew. I don't know, the colors didn't feel right, but now when I'm looking at it, it looks beautiful. It looks so good. I think I want to do orange and green as another combo. It looks so nice. But at the time I didn't like it. So I was like, okay, I'll move on to another one, but I'll do a different color. And so I did that, and I felt that looked good, but I can't even see it very good. And I don't even like it much now, but at the time I loved it. It's so weird. So I pulled out these other leaf stencils because I just kind of got fed up with those, but they were too small. I felt they were too small, and they would not, it didn't feel like it was going to do what I needed it to do. So I brought back in my bigger leaf, and I'm going to try and work on that. These gave me a lot more trouble than I thought it would. In terms of choosing the leaf and placing it, I really didn't expect to have all this happen. So I was like, okay, I'm not using any of those colors. Let's do red. And that's what I did. And I was like, whoa, this is bright. And it's a lot. Because that leaf is, it's just, it takes up a lot of space. There's not much space in between. But I liked it. So I went back to my green leaf and I decided that I didn't like it and I was going to get rid of it by making it this peachy color. And yeah, I did not wash out the sponge. I did not use a different sponge. So that's why there's some red in between. And I actually liked how the red looked, the little hint of red. So I thought that I would probably add some red on that card later on when it dries. So I'm moving on to the other cards to give those time to dry and for my eye to take a break from them as well, so that when I return to it, it will be with fresh eyes. So you would think that even though all of them are together and they're in front of my face, that, I would see it and it wouldn't be fresh. But because I'm really focused on whichever one I'm currently working on, my eye actually does not fall on any of the others until I'm done whatever I'm doing with that one. So it does actually get a rest before I go back or I move on to something else. It's really interesting because it's right in front of you. So I just, yeah, it's very, very interesting. So I'm trying to dry all of them now, and I'm going back in this one, and I liked how the red looked, but I thought gold would give it a highlight. So I thought, okay, let's put some gold in, just roughly, not even gonna think about it too much, don't even try and take your time. And I was like, okay, it's all right, but it obviously was blending into the page a lot because it's similar colors, they're close together. So I was like, okay, let's add a pop of red to this one. So I did that, and I like that too, a lot actually. And then actually, while I was doing it, I was wondering if I should have used my hand, my brush, but it's fine. So I thought, okay, they need to pop off the page some more. It's just kind of really blending in. So I was trying to outline it with the fine liner bottle, but it wasn't working at all. I have to unclog it. And so I pulled out the Posca pen. It's a very thin one. I love it a lot. And it is writing better than the white pen was. This is a 0.7 millimeter point. I didn't even know they had this size. I think I saw somebody in a video and I was like, oh, I didn't know they had it. So yeah, I looked it up and I ordered it. And I was so excited when it came. And then I also have what you call it, a liquid paper pen. So I was saying, I thought to myself, if the Posca didn't work, I would try the liquid paper pen. But the Posca, it worked out. I mean, I did have some difficulty, as you can see, but I made it work and I liked it. So here I'm just adding some dots on this side. I felt it needed something, but nothing much. And I love how those look. I think it was that did the trick for that one. Because I know the leaf needed something, but I was just, I don't know. I didn't know what. So I'm moving this off to the side, and so I could focus on these three. And I thought, okay, let's push these back. I don't want to do much. I'm trying to keep it simple. And I thought, let's get them moved. It's kind of scary. I was trying not to cover it up too much, but still add something. And I liked it very much. I was like, yeah, okay. Well, the one in the middle kind of started to disappear. I was like, oh, I put too much. My hand got too heavy. But it's all right. I liked it. And then I was thinking maybe I need to bring it back to the front because it felt like it all went to the background and there was no focal point anymore. That's how I felt. So I moved that to dry and I thought, okay, let's help this leaf stand out. Plant, stand out. So I thought, okay, let's go around it with the white, and that should help, right? That should help it pop off the page a little more. So I'm working on that, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I could see it a little more, but it still felt like it wasn't enough. But I was like, yeah. I was just gonna do the left side, and then I thought, okay, might as well do the right side, and let's see. And I thought maybe I should add a shadow, but I kind of didn't want to do black because black is always done. So I thought, what other color can I use? And as I'm trying to blend this white out so that it doesn't look, like I actually draw a line around it, I wanted it to kind of blend out into the rest of the card. I was thinking, I think to keep it going, and because it has a hint of it on the card, that I could add red. So I pulled out my pilot pen and I decided to try it, and it was working fine. And then eventually it stopped. But it worked really well. I like it a lot. And so then I pulled out my other pen. This one is also pilot and it worked. It really worked nice. It's a Pilot High-Tech Point V5 Extra Fine. It has the ink in it. It's liquidy, runny, that one. It's not a gel. So this is cool. I actually would love to get a black in this. I think it would be fantastic to get the black one. If they have it, I don't know. And I didn't want to do the entire plant, so I just did the left side. I don't know if that's weird, but I just did the left side. And then my hand smudged because the ink, it didn't dry yet, and my hand smudged it. So I was like, oh no. But then I thought, okay. Oh, here I'm adding in the little scratchy marks to so that it wouldn't have red just in one place on the card. So I'm just adding some little scratchy marks here and there to add some red in other places. So this is where I realized that my finger smudged the ink. So I thought, okay, well, it's smudged and it's not going anywhere, so we'll have to smudge other places too. So I'm adding more ink and smudging. Because, yeah, we can't just have one smudge. It would just look weird. So I added some more smudges, and I probably should have added one or two on the right side. I feel like I should have, but yeah. So I like how these look, and I thought it would be helpful to have a frame around it. And I'm gonna put those in. But I found this, especially this middle card, the leaf just really disappeared. So I'm trying to think of a way to help because I don't want to do another stencil. I felt that it would be too intense, although I could lighten the sponge. But well, I mean, you know, lighten the paint on the sponge and how much I press on it. But I did not want to do another stencil. Here I'm drawing around just a messy outline of it to help it stand out and pop on the page a bit. And I really liked how that looks a lot. And then I came in with the Posca pen to give it another boost. Is that the word? A boost? A lift. To help give it a nice lift. I think that's the word I'm looking for. And I actually left the one in the middle. You know, a big part of me was like, it's way too backward. Too much in the background. But I actually left it. So I was like, okay, I'm done. Let's see how they look. I like to turn it over and then take off the tape so that when I flip it, it feels like it's new. Like I'm seeing it for the first time. Like, surprise! Even though I know what it looks like. It's kind of weird, but it's true though. And here is when I finally remembered the tape. I forgot all about it, even though it was right next to me. So I'm like, you know what? I did it for a reason. I'm going to put it on. It kind of didn't match, but it's growing on me, to be honest. And then I didn't like the shininess, so I thought I'd add some white paint to help tone it down, and it worked. I like how it really toned it down. So I'm adding another piece to the top, and then I thought, well, we can't just have it on one piece, so we should do it on the two pieces. So that's what I did. I added it on this piece too, which I actually really like. So now I'm thinking I would love to do some more pages, sorry. Just take some tape and get off some words and just have it there waiting so I could use them more. Because why not, right? Why not? But yeah, I actually really love how the tape looks. It looks so nice. And then for this one, I'm adding the glue because, you know, it's not as sticky. And for these, I added the peach tape paint instead of white paint. So these are those. And now for the ones that were taped off around the sides. They're supposed to be painter's tape, but it takes off a lot of the paper. So I really don't know. But I know I've seen people recommend other types of tapes that work well, but that is not it's not a serious issue right now. So I'll work with what I have. And then I know you could put it on your clothes. Look at that. It's so cute. I love them. Let me know which one you like, which one is your favorite. Do you think I should have left it green, the one with the gold in it? Because it was green before. I feel like I could have left it, but I do love these a lot. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!